Imagine a world where one person's freedom is another's cage, where the invisible boundaries of oppression imprison millions without bars or chains. Now, ask yourself, what makes a right truly human? This is the extraordinary question at the heart of human rights studies. A field not just about law or policy, but about the very essence of dignity, which is justice, and what it means to be human. Let me take you back to a hot summer day in 1948, in the Grand Halls of the United Nations, where the Universal Declaration of Human Rights was born. Picture Eleanor Roosevelt, often called the First Lady of the world, standing in front of the assembly. She was no mere diplomat, a woman who transformed personal tragedy into global resolve. Having lost her husband Franklin D. Roosevelt and faced discrimination in her own family, Eleanor carried a vision, a radical idea that all humans, regardless of birth, deserve equal rights. Her story reminds us that human rights aren't handed down by kings or courts alone. They are forced by individuals who dare to dream of a fairer world. But Eleanor's journey is just the opening chapter. Fast forward to the 1960s. We have some lunch court with the goat, where the fight against apartheid took root. Enter Nelson Mandela, a figure whose name resonates with sacrifice and unwavering hope. Mandela was imprisoned for 27 years, stripped of freedom yet never of spirit. His struggles sparked a global conversation on racial equality and the power of reconciliation. Imagine the courage it took to say, "I am prepared to die," for the dream of a nation where everyone's rights matter. Mandela's legacy teaches us that human rights are not abstract. They are lived experiences fought for at enormous personal cost. Now broaden your horizon to the digital age. What happens when your right to privacy collides with national security or corporate interests? Meet Edward Snowden, a former intelligence contractor who shook the world by revealing mass surveillance programs. Some hail him as a hero fighting for our right to privacy. Others condemn him as a traitor. Here lies a riveting dilemma central to contemporary human rights studies. How do we balance rights in an era where technology can both empower and endanger freedom? These stories, from Roosevelt's visionary pen to Mandela's prison cell, and Snowden's digital whistleblowing, invite us to see human rights not as distant concepts, but as dynamic struggles shaping our world today. Every voice counts. Every action matters. What if you too could step into this ongoing story? Imagine exploring how cultural context, economics, and politics twist and turn the meaning of rights across continents. You might discover the fierce resistance of indigenous peoples fighting for land rights, or the battle for women's rights in places where simply speaking out can be dangerous. Human rights studies offers you a lens to decode the complex tapestries of our shared humanity. So, as you embark on this journey of rediscovery, ask yourself, how will you contribute to this century-old quest to define, defend, and live our rights? The story is far from over, and it's waiting for you to write its next chapter.